There is a story preserved in both the Eddas where Thor goes fishing with the giant Hymir. Thor insists on rowing far beyond the usual fishing grounds, pushing out into deeper waters where something far larger waits beneath the surface. Before they even set out properly, he has already crossed a few lines, eating through the provisions meant to sustain them, and then taking the head of one of Hymir's oxen for bait without permission. The tone is set early. This is not a cooperative outing. It is Thor pursuing something on his own terms. Once he casts the line, it does not take long before something immense takes hold. Thor braces himself and begins to pull. The tension builds slowly, the line cutting into his hands as he hauls the catch upward from the depths. On the other end is Jormungandr, the world serpent that encircles the earth. The story never fully explains why Thor insists on drawing this being up, only that he does, driven forward by force and certainty. Eventually, the serpent's head breaks the surface, and there is a moment where the two are face to face, force meeting force, each fully aware of the other. Thor reaches for his hammer, ready to strike, but before the blow can fall, Hymir panics. Faced with something too vast, too dangerous to control, he cuts the line. The serpent disappears back beneath the water, and the moment ends as abruptly as it began. What stands out here is not just the encounter, but everything that leads up to it. Thor does not simply go fishing. He pushes boundaries, ignores the expectation of a host-guest relationship, and drives the situation toward escalation without fully accounting for the cost. In Norse culture, the idea of grith, actions of hospitality and mutual respect between host and guest, carried real weight. Violating that balance was not a small thing. It created tension that could ripple outward in ways that were not always immediately visible. And this story reflects that kind of imbalance. The line does not break because Thor lacks strength. It breaks because the situation itself has been pushed too far, too fast, without enough care for what holds it together. Not everything is meant to be forced into resolution the moment you encounter it. Some things require timing and restraint. Thor sees the serpent, and the serpent sees Thor. That is enough for now. The encounter stands, unresolved, shaping what comes later rather than ending in that single moment. What can be learned from this tale is that good common sense outlasts bullying tactics regardless of whether the bully is touted as a hero. Not everything needs to be conquered all at once. Sorry, Thor.